Today, more building failures as another 1,000 apartments are classed at risk of collapse. Hello again, it's Martin North from Digital Finance Analytics. Well, latest post covering finance and property news. Brings me no pleasure to talk about this today, but once again, we are hearing more stories of failed construction standards. Almost 1,000 recently completed apartments in Sydney's north are at risk of collapsing due to serious damage to concrete in the basements caused by defective workmanship. That's according to the New South Wales building watchdog, the Building Commission. The developer Greenland has been issued with urgent rectification orders over the 4 apartment buildings in the Lackland Line development at 23 Halifax Street in Macquarie Park. According to the publicly available document, the Commission inspected the building, which comprises 900 apartments, in August 2023. The acting Assistant Building Commissioner, Matt Press, wrote to Greenland this week, ordering the developer to rectify the serious defects. The Building Commission found there was serious damage and spalling of the concrete slab at the joint locations in basements and the ground floor caused by defective workmanship after inspections last year. This is a defect in a building product or building element that causes or is likely to cause the basement slab to fail, namely to fracture and collapse, leading to the destruction of the building or any part, or the threat of collapse of the building or any part, the rectification order said. The developer has been given 14 months to complete the work. A spokesperson for the Building Commission said there was no danger to residents who lived in the apartments because the defects related to the long-term durability of the basement level of the building and not to any units within the complex. But if I was living in one of those complex units, I would be concerned. The Commission had been in contact with Greenland since August 2023 after completing initial inspection. The Building Commission will continue to work with the developer to ensure compliance with the order and is working to rebuild trust and capability in the construction sector, the Commission said. A New South Wales government spokesman said the Building Commission's strong advice was that the defects were serious and must be repaired to avoid long-term risk, even though they didn't pose a threat to safety. Building Commission New South Wales is doing what we set out to do, catching defects early and forcing builders to pay to rectify their own unsatisfactory work, they said. Of course, the problem is they are looking at it once the horse has bolted, as it were. If there were better supervision and inspection of buildings in the course of construction, these defects would have never appeared in the first place. But that's a whole different ball of wax. The identified issues do relate to the long-term durability of the basement levels only and not to the units within the complex, so there's no danger to the residents who live in the apartments at 23 Halifax Street from the defects identified, they said. Press said the issues comprises structural performance and structural adequacy of the concrete slab. As a result, it's likely to cause inability of the concrete slab to withstand the car park and ground floor loads. This is a defect that causes or is likely to cause the basement slab to fail, namely to fracture and collapse, leading to the destruction of the building or threat of collapse, the order says. According to the Greenland website, the Lackland Line development features, quote, a range of stunning apartments that were perfectly positioned above a bustling town square, featuring impressive interior design touches in every room, from quality timber floorboards to distinctive black tapware and superior stone-based kitchen bench tops, the website read. The document showed the Commission informed the developer, local council and owners corporation in late October that it intended to issue a rectification order, sharing a draft copy of the order. According to the Commission, the developers then responded by the start of December with 2 specialist reports and a request that the order not be issued. And the developer also requested amendments to the period of compliance, the areas required to be slab scanned, and the number of expert reports required under the order. The order read, I note the developer's request that the department exercise discretion to not issue the order in circumstances where the defects is not disputed. It is my view that it is appropriate to issue the order, they said. Greenland Corporation is a Chinese real estate developer that operates around the world and has an Australian operation. It was founded in Shanghai in China in 1992, and it described itself as a leader in ultra-high-rise buildings, specializing in developing large-scale projects while prioritizing quality and efficiency. That's based on its Australian website. The group has 23 projects under construction or completed internationally and established Australian arm in 2013 and is based in Sydney, according to the website. Greenland, Australia has been known as one of the country's leading developers of residential communities, it said. Earlier this week, owners of apartments at Sydney's Mascot Towers were offered a lifeline by the Building Commissioner David Chandler after facing significant repair bills because of cracks that were discovered in the basement in 2019. The deal would wipe the debt of unit owners, but is expected to give owners vastly less than the original purchase price. However, it would allow residents with outstanding strata debts and mortgages on the 11-year-old building, which has been deemed too expensive for the strata to repair, to walk away from their losses. And by the way, Greenland has no involvement in Mascot Towers. But here's the point. This is now, again, an example of the door having been shut after the horse has bolted. Sure, trying to get remediation on faulty properties is a laudable aim. But we should be doing root cause analysis here. What caused it in the first place? Surely the real issue is that we need better supervision and certification during the course of construction. Not least because, of course, every time a high-rise development is classed as a risk, it casts a pall over all high-rise developments wherever they may be. And as we know from our earlier shows, it's not a minority sport. Probably the majority of high-rise developments over the last 20 years have defects, and some of those defects are very likely to be significant and could well significantly drop the value of existing property and also, of course, potentially lead to more catastrophic failure. This is an issue that is just not going to go away, and until there is a root and branch improvement in the supervision and certification processes, specifically around high-rise construction, this saga is going to continue. So my advice has continued to be, don't buy newly developed high-rise apartments unless you've done your due diligence on the construction processes and on the builder. And that, of course, for an individual purchaser is very difficult to undertake. I'm Martin North from Digital Finance Analytics. Many thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.